This is the second in the front strangle series, and we use this one for adults and not for kids. There's a wrist lock applied that we don't really use in the kids section. Before we start putting the locks on, I just want to make sure you're aware of the fact that when a lock is applied, there's 3 different strengths. One is where you feel a lock and it's on reasonably well. Then there's an intense pain, and then there's a break or something similar. So it locks on, intense pain, break, or something similar. We don't want to go to level 3. We really want to stay between level 1 and level 2 where there's discomfort. Okay, so 1 is discomfort, 2 is intense pain, 3 is the break. We take it to discomfort. Okay, so when it locks on, the signal that it's on correctly and you want it to be released is a double tap. You either double tap your partner, you double tap yourself so your partner can hear, or you double tap the mat if you're down on the mat. So we're going to do this, which is the second set, the second strangle in the front strangle series. So we're taking this from a front strangle. Again, same position as before. Our head goes down, our leg goes back. So left leg goes back, head goes down. We'll do the same thing because it's easy to transfer one to the next. From here, the hand comes up as before. This time I'm closing the fist and doing what's called a weakener. I want to weaken him. So if I go to grab his wrist, he's not going to let go. I've got to weaken him and deviate his attention. We're going to do that with a closed fist. We're turning our fist into almost like a downward triangle, and we're going to go just underneath the diaphragm. When I punch, I'm going to step in to get a wee bit of power. So I step, there's the punch, and as I punch, I trap this. I'm going to do an uppercut and drive through to push the head back. I then grab his wrist. You won't see it this angle, but you'll see it the second way, and I start to twist. There's a wrist lock on there. I push on his elbow. At the same time, I step in. I push his head down on my knee, and you can see where the lock's starting to come in. My elbow's at the back of his head, so he can't bring his head back up. My hand's behind his elbow, so he can't bend his arm. And I'm going to push down the way, and there's the tap. And then when I'm getting out, I just slowly get out and back in the stance. We'll do it a couple more times this angle, but you'll see it better when I turn around the other way. So from here, strangle comes on, the leg goes back, head goes down, hand comes up. We're going to strike and we're going to step at the same time. 1, push up, like you're doing an uppercut, and push the head back. Grip, push on the elbow, and look at my elbow, it's not here. I'm driving down the way, so I've got force. I'm in, he's on my knee, my elbow's behind his head, and I press down, there's the lock. I'm going to turn that around the other way. You'll see it much better this way. The first part, the second part you won't. So when the string comes on, we step back. There's your step back. There's your hand up. As I punch, I step, and I come in and hold this hand. I push up the way, thumb. You can see there, thumb to thumb. That gets me that rotation. I then push down. You can see the way I step in front of him, and interlock and push down. And when I step in, you can see I'm actually in a stance. I'm in my left fighting stance. We'll do it again. So from here, left leg back, left hand up, do your punch, do your uppercut, thumb to thumb, travel through and into. I'm going to show it the other way. I'm going to show you one of the reasons why you have your elbow up. So from here, we do this strike. So we've done that, there, here. If your elbow wasn't up and he decided to take this hand up and punch, he's got a good shot at it. If I have my elbow here also, it's hard for him to do that. I can cover my head, but the second part of that is if my elbow's down low and he does the strangle, he can put a headbutt in. Whereas if my elbow's up, it's much more difficult. In fact, he's going to headbutt my elbow, which is not going to do him any good. So I'm controlling all his body. I'm in, and there's the lock. One of the points people make a wee bit of a mistake on is they put the lock on here, which works, you get a lock on, but you've no purchase, which means that if he decides to push up the way, he can push up the way. When I'm here, much harder for him to push up the way because he's pushing into this lock, which is going to stop him from doing that. So 3 points of contact with the arm, elbow, hand, and wrist, and then I have them on my knee. And again, if my knee's out of the way, there's so much ways you can get out. With any technique, you want somebody in nice and close. Thank you very much. So, again, if you have somebody close, there's no wiggle room. They can't wiggle out of the technique. So I'm just going to show you that technique on a one-to-one. From here, the left leg goes back, left hand comes up, we do our punch, we grip the arm, we punch to the chin, grab the wrist, drive through, elbow to the back of the head, hand on the back of the elbow, and then the wrist lock until they tap. And we'll do it again. From here, the leg goes back, hand comes up, we strike, we've got them here, drive them through, hold them down, wrist lock on. So that's the second of your front strangles. So first one was basically to break the grip and get away. Second one is to control, and the third one, taking the ground. That's the one we're going to see now.